Well. We have come to a crossroads.
I don't usually win things, I always win things in my second year. I don't usually win things, I always win things in my second year.
He called it. He fucking called it. Ladies and gents, welcome to your match review and reaction to Spurs 1, United 0. The rival match review, we'll call it that. The first of its kind, maybe the last of its kind, I don't know. I just felt like watching this and reviewing it because this is one of those occasions where, like, you know, when there's an eclipse, like a solar eclipse, you prepare for it. You know, you get the right lens, you make sure you go to the right place to watch it. Some people will go to the Planetsphere or whatever. And this was just one of those occasions where, you know what? Tottenham might win a trophy. On the United's head top of all teams as well. And you know what? We all just witnessed history. This truly is the year of the underdog for a lot of teams. And wow. Don't really know what else to say, much to say. I mean, I'm not a Spurs fan. I'm not a United's fan. But here we are. Welcome to the stream, guys. I'm accompanied by the panel of the Bridge Nation as well as Oliver Twist. Be sure to smash up the like button if you haven't done so already. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new here. We don't usually do reviews of rivals, but figured since I didn't know what to make for Wednesday's content, rather than a typical react stream, I said, fuck it, let's react to the game. And here we are. We're going to react to the match that we witnessed today and see what we think about it. And next Wednesday, we got our own European final to compete in, and hopefully, knock on wood. I mean, if we are the underdog, then it's our game to win. And if we're not the underdog, we break this spell that's been going on in football this season. Oh, man. I mean, listen, there's not much to review in terms of, like, what the game was. I forgot to mention memberships, ladies and gents, 4 different tiers starting at 99p. There's not much to review in terms of what the game itself was. The first half, just a fumbling, idiotic goal for Spurs. You know, Brendan Johnson gets a touch on the ball. Luke Shaw basically finishes the job. And Onana nowhere to be seen in terms of trying to get there to save. Maybe a proper keeper saves that. But embarrassing goal to concede from United. A few chances. I don't know. Did United have a chance in the first half? I don't think they did, right? All the clear-cut chances happened in the second half.
Not that I remember, no.
Yeah. I mean, guys, it was kind of a dead game. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, it was poor. It really was. And the second half is where things got a little bit more exciting. United had a few chances that on another day, maybe they score it. On another day, maybe Mickey van der Ven isn't showing just superhuman feats of athleticism to just get a goal line clearance from 2 bozos making errors there. You know, Vicario not pulling his best Sanchez impression, and then Højlund doing his best impression of a striker because he's not one. Then you got, who else? Bruno, I think, had a weak shot. Who else had another? I think Vicario had a good save at the end there from a Luke Shaw header. It was just an embarrassing game for United. They looked toothless in this game. and I thought maybe we would have a back and forth, just crazy match of just blitz football. And it was, funnily enough, a controlled defensive game once they scored the goal from Tottenham. Who would have thought they could defend? They could have probably used some defending earlier on in the season. They probably wouldn't be where they are right now. But hey, maybe for them, it was all worth it. All the sacrifices they made in the league season just to come to this. 17 years without a trophy, and they finally get it across the line. And ladies and gents, we gotta play this one. We gotta play this one. Arsenal, no European pedigree still. Tottenham Hotspur now have a European trophy. So Spurs,
they actually had won the Europa League for the first time.
They already had a few times actually.
They already had they already have European heritage, mate.
Never mind. In
you know, see, they won the first Europa. I don't know if you know, by the way.
I didn't know that actually. Shit.
Yeah,
real quick.
They've won that thing once or twice already.
That's back when it was the UEFA Cup, right?
It's true, bro.
Since Daniel Levy took over, how about that? That's I think that's better.
I think their only trophy in Daniel Levy's time, besides this, was the Carabao Cup against us with what's his face as the manager. Avram Grant as the manager. Yeah.
The Carling Cup.
Yeah, when Avram Grant was our manager. Yeah.
Oh, the good old days of Avram Grant. Yeah. No, we don't need to talk about that. But yeah, ladies and gents, Spurs finally did it. They won a trophy. That'll last them another 17 years probably. But yeah, what phase is Ange Postecoglou in, boys?
I don't really feel like
I mean, listen, he was right, wasn't he?
Yeah.
That's what you got to say. He did.
He called it. Well, I mean, what are the initial thoughts? We'll go with Ahmed. What's the initial thoughts, man? What are you feeling?
I mean, I'm not really.
What'd you think of this whole accomplishment? Give me.
I think again, from a accomplishment perspective, you have to give Spurs credit, right? They won. They did their job. They won the game. I have to say, man. Onana, he keeps on shocking me, bro. Every time you think he's hitting new low, there's always another one just waiting around, bro. I can't believe he didn't actually save that thing, by the way. Like, it was
a shocking goal that I saw.
That was genuinely like a shocking goal. There's no other way to put it. And I just think, you know, I looked at that game. Amad Diallo, was he even, you know, listen, I don't want to question Amad, but like, I look at Amad Diallo and
we
I'm
smoking that fucking pack. Fuck your analysis. We smoking that United pack. Fuck what you gotta say, bro. Scammer him, hammer him, hammer him job. I heard that these brothers had a better manager. That's what I heard. That's the word on the street. Don't try to calm me down.
I'm coming down.
I hate United. Nah, bro.
I thought you were
nah.
hate you.
No, you have to.
I hate United. I don't care, bro. They could hold that. I ain't smoking the fattest pack. Today was one of the best, bro. I went to work today. Free Chipotle. Come home. United lost to Spurs in the final. They went 0 for 4 against Spurs in one season. 16th, not at 40 points. Today is one of the best days I've had in a long time.
Listen,
this is what you call a hate watch. This is what you call a hate watch, bro.
When you're smoking a pack, you take your time. I'm just taking my time, bro. You know, listen, we give the analysis. And then
fuck your time, bro. I'm chiefing that shit.
Yeah, see, that's
I'm telling you, bro.
You're about to be super paranoid, bro. The moment he finishes that, man.
No, I don't need to be super paranoid, bro. I'm smoking all the packs, bro. Bro, oh my god, the level of performance we saw from United in this final, bro, was sensational, man. People were talking, is Bruno better than Palmer? Suck my dick, bro. You could suck that shit sideways, as a matter of fact, bro. That Hall of Shame performance that Bruno put up, bro, it was something for the ages. I don't want to hear best in the league. I don't want to hear world class. Nothing. Amram, leaving Manu on the bench. Manu, pack your bags, buddy. Talk to your agent. Get out that dying club, bro. Real talk. People try to tell me Mazraoui, ooh, the new Cafu. Mazdinho, where was he? Where was he, bro?
Whoa.
Cook.
They shouldn't have said that. But, you know, listen, just going back to what I was talking about, yeah? Let's get back to relaxing sessions a little bit. You know, I actually do think, yeah, I don't think Ahmad is actually fit, by the way. I can't believe that because, like, the performances that he's been having have not been of his level. I feel like, yeah, they've actually rushed him back, in my personal opinion. Like, you can see the way he's been playing, that he doesn't look like he's former self. And I want to give him a little bit of, like, grace, because I think him specifically deserves grace on, like, the performances he's had. Like, he generally looks like he's been rushed to get into this game. But then I look at a guy like Rasmus Højlund, bro. Like, I spoke about Onana, but him and, like, Højlund and Onana, genuinely, they find new ways to lower the bar. You know what I mean? You know, in South Park, you know when, like, yeah, in the episode of finding the bar, that's what it feels like every time. Yeah, I'm looking for that. But like he, you know how he has to go through the Marianas Trench, goes deeper. That's what it feels like to me, bro. Every time we speak about Højlund and him. Like,
that ball, the ball. By the way, the ball for the goal was literally heading right the entire time.
Yes.
Right the entire time. By the way, and if you look at the replay, he took a step left. That brother is genuinely cooked. He is so bad. He's actually so bad.
And then, like, I look at, you know what's funny? Garnacho looked like the most threatening player in that game.
Facts.
Dude,
that's actually crazy. Yeah, you're right.
I cook him all the time, bro. He looked like the most threatening player in that game.
I gotta say, Amram has blood on his hands. Like, if there's any time, and you know what, like, let's to give you some context. Like, I was thinking about this game. Like, obviously we all did American Waffle last night, and I obviously it was the end of the show, so I didn't really have much time to have an input on what Sheik was saying. But I was listening to Sheik, and I was in the back of my head thinking, like, I mean, I get it, but surely you got to give him a transfer window to, like, kind of see how he can, fix a team, and how he can, if he gets his players, what he's capable of actually doing. Because we've seen, like, as a team that has a system, when you're missing a key player like a Lavia, how drastically our system changes, right? And he doesn't have those players to accomplish his system. However, there are things that Sheik said, and I'm just like, you're right. He can't keep getting away with it. Persisting with Rasmus Højlund, who is a passenger in that Manchester United side right now.
Yeah,
that makes no sense, and it cost him today.
You know what the thing is, Marshall? The point I think I said this in Wolf yesterday. I think a problem. I think he had to accept that the players he had were not good enough. The vast majority of them were not good enough, right? And if that is the case, you then say, let me implement my system into the next generation. The guys that I know are going to be here for me next season, the ones that I know can do the job. That's why for me, I was always surprised by him not using Carrington a lot more. Use those kids. You might as well use them, let them gain experience. Let it be almost like this a Lampard season, where you actually bring in a bunch of youth. The ones that are good enough can stay in the team. The ones that aren't good enough, mute them on. But he didn't even do that. Right? And I think for me, there was, when I said to you, Marshall, about how I think Ange has got, like, what's it called? What's the word? He's got expectations on him. Amran. Yeah, and people are like, no, how can you have a big on him? I think this shows me now more than ever that the club had expectations on him to get some form of, like, to get something in this season. Like, if there's any doubt in my mind, then this should show you they probably were expecting something like some level form of Europe. And obviously that didn't happen in the league, so they just focused on the Europa League to get that to happen. And for me, he's had a worse season than Potter had at Chelsea. Potter and Lampard, combined. Potter and Lampard at the end combined.
Yeah, Potter and Lampard combined. That's actually true. Legit. I can't even deny that.
Right? He's had the all-time top six, like top
worst by far, not even close.
He's had the worst thing. Like, if you just look at my tweet, Marshall, I just did it. He's lost to Spurs, the greatest of one of the worst things that can happen to a football team of all time, and he's currently 16th, potentially, and potentially not being able to get the magic 40 points. There is you cannot, like, how you recover genuinely from that is crazy, bro. You know what I mean? Like, if you just look at how long it's taken us to recover from finishing 12th, we're on our second season, and it's only looking like we're gonna recover now.
We at least hit 40 points.
Yes,
They still haven't.
But
hit 40
this,
points,
hold
and
up,
they might
this
not.
is why. But no, hold up. This is why I've enjoyed this so thoroughly, because these brothers have been scamming for the past 3 seasons. They've been scamming because even last season, bro, before they won the FA Cup, the season before that, last minute winners, disgusting games, but they're barely getting across the line from individual performances, and they were talking heavy. They were talking like they were gonna do something in Champions Leagues, bro. They continue making trash after trash signing, and then they win the FA Cup and kick us out of fucking Europa. And people wanted me to cheer that shit on. That satanic institution needed to fall. And today, the kingdom of God has won. The kingdom of God has won. The satanic institution is fallen, bro. It's over. The lie is over, bro. Your team is trash. Your club is in the mud. No money for the rebuild. 16th.
I just look at I look at this now, yeah, and like, listen, I think if any chance of them getting Delap now is gone. Like legit, right? He's off the table. But like, even before we get to that, just United specifically, yeah, how Amarin is able to stay at is gonna be beyond me, because the problem for me is just that I look at that and I'm like, you gotta be repeating the same cycle as Ten Hag, in my personal opinion, because I think for me, I don't know about you guys, I think it's gonna be very hard for United to move on from these players. You know what I mean? Because I think the value they may want, and then the value that is probably expected by other teams is gonna be too much. There's gonna be too much of a gap. Like, they have to accept losses, and they can't accept losses when you're hearing from their own owner, we could have gone bankrupt.
We cutting corners, bro.
Right? You can't even like take on the losses. You can't even take the losses on the cheek in terms of transfers, Marshall.
That's why they needed to win this, because UCL was gonna be the lifeline money. They have now lost the lifeline money. It's over.
Lost the lifeline, and like I think to your point, I think have like, if it's not, I think Barca's first or them, they have the most money in transfers that they still have to pay yearly. So
they still owe. I think just this year they're gonna finish paying off Sancho money, bro. Just this year.
That's what I'm saying.
The countdown resets. It's been
the account. No, there's an account that was like, there was an account that does like the days since Spurs won a trophy, and they just posted like a Simpsons meme of like some dude at the beach. Bro, I can't lie, man. This, like, again, we're doing some high level. See, we're doing some. Wait. What?
If the board and the fans feel I am not the right guy, I will go tomorrow with no compensation, but I will not quit. So I don't know why he said that. Like, what is he trying to get out? he basically said, "Get me out of here, bro."
He said, listen. He said, I ain't gonna walk, but if you do want me to leave, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't mad about it. No, because you know what's crazy? Ahmed, this is historic. You know why? Because we thought that we ruined Potter's career, but United literally destroyed this man's career. He's finito. He's finished. He's finished. He's finished.
It's gonna be very hard for Amarin to come back to a top team.
We have to hold him accountable as well, not just on the tactical side, but also the fact that Amarin wanted to join the club in the summer. He didn't want to join mid-season. United forced him to.
They forced his hand.
He made.
No. Wait, did you guys not see the reports that came out yesterday? I think, or 2 days ago, where he literally was on the verge of quitting in January. I think.
I heard.
And they had to convince him to stay.
But the problem is, you know what I would say to you though, Oliver. I get that point, but I think a strong manager, would realize. Listen, if you truly want me and you truly believe in me, you can wait for me until the end of the season.
Who got some sack on him? I hear it, bro.
Right, you have to say that, because one of the things I always said, I understood with Potter coming in when he came in to us. I think I kind of understood it, but with him specifically, he knew what he was getting into more than Chelsea. You know what I mean? He knew what he was getting into. You knew the problems. You've seen how other managers have fallen, but yet he decided to still fall into the same sword. And this is the difference. Go ahead, I'll let you.
The difference between Graham Potter and Amarim, though, is that Amarim downgraded. Amarim was with Sporting in the Champions League, and he went to United in the Europa League.
That's what makes it worse.
Potter came from Brighton, that had never been in Europe, or at least not for decades, to Chelsea, who were in the Champions League that year. So, you know, that's the way I see it. I don't know.
Hold.
Yeah.
Hold. This is what people were saying about us when we were in 12th.
Yep. You
Oh,
can hold that culture.
You know, Cam was staying silent in case they won the Europa League today.
Dude,
Yeah,
that's what I'm telling
we've done
you.
that.
This needed to happen, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
Listen,
They're finished.
Let me give you statistics here, or just Amarin, just in general, because
Go for
these
it.
these are all timers, bro. Ruben
Tell us.
Amarin has only managed to win 16 games out of a possible. How many do you think? What is it before I say it?
Bro. What? 40 something? No, isn't it like 40 something? 42?
16 out of 41. Yeah.
Woo!
Now, that's what he's on
And it's
right
going
now.
hold up, and it's gonna be 42.
Aye, and that's gonna be
Unfortunately, yeah.
right, and that's probably in and around here. If I just do some quick maths here, that's probably we're looking at around about 40% win rate.
That's a 40%.
If you
Yeah.
if you take away the relegation teams, they would be bottom of the table
Yep.
by a lot.
Yeah. And he's conceded 62 goals in 41 games too. So he's basically averaging a goal and a half a game. That's what he's averaging.
Oh my god. Also, hold up. Amram can hold that because you wanted to play a full squad against Chelsea. Fraud. Hold that.
That's true.
Yeah, he's a clown, isn't he?
Still held that L against us, even with his
Hold
full
that,
squad.
man.
Yeah, it's just like I can't. I like
No,
Sheik said
but
it right.
dude, I almost got kicked out of the bar by my cousins because when they conceded the goal, I laughed at them and they threatened to kick me out. When the full time whistle blew, I laughed in their face and I literally got kicked out of the bar and continued to laugh outside the window and point at them from within the bar. Bro, I was in tears, bro. But actually, my stomach legitimately, like, I have ab cramps from how hard I was laughing at them, bro. You don't understand. You don't understand, bro. Before I even supported Chelsea, I hated United, bro. I hated United because my cousins were dick riders, bro. D riders. That's why I told my parents, I hate the color red. Get me a blue Prem team. Get me a shirt of a blue Prem team, please. Anybody but United. You don't understand.
16%.
I hated United before anything. This is a day one op watch.
16%.
Let's see.
Oh my
30%.
god. Do you know
What'd
how
you just
crazy
say?
that is?
16.
That is crazy.
Yo. Ooh. That's stinky, bro.
I finally found it. Okay. Because, you know what's funny too? I remember when Amarin first came in, the amount of hype that he got. And don't get me wrong, like, I think most of us thought Amarin would do a better job than Hag. None of us could have ever seen that he
Bro,
was gonna
hold up.
shit.
A reporter just said, by the way,
Yeah.
Manchester United's defeat is dramatic for the club's finances and Ratcliffe. Austerity is coming.
Wait.
This is
I'm praying
this is just
stays
a-
like this.
Listen, man, we're about to get.
I'll put it, bro. I've literally put it in the, bro. I'm putting it in the chat, bro. I'm telling you, right? I prayed for days like this,
I'll put
bro.
it up
I'll
in a
to you,
second,
man.
'cause
If
I'm
he's smart,
from day one.
listen,
This, bro.
From day
if he's
one.
smart, if he is start, listen, if he is smart, man, if he is smart, AC man is
Oh,
available,
man.
Rome is available.
No,
I
no,
seriously-
actually,
No,
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 actually,
no.
hold
Do
up,
not
no.
touch- do
Just
not
matter of
do your
fact, bro.
job. Roma
No,
is not
bro.
doing your job
Just
for me,
just stay forever, man. How about that? Just stay forever, bro. Keep doing an amazing job.
The next
You're
step
doing an
is
amazing
West Ham,
job,
bro.
bud. Nobody could have done what he did this season, bro.
The next step is Wolves, bro. That's the
Hold
next
up.
step.
People
for you.
are not deeping this. Everton Football Club is finishing above Manchester United.
Wolves is finishing above Manchester United.
Wolves are in a relegation battle at the beginning
West
of the
Ham
season.
United that had their manager sacked early this
Please.
season.
West Ham have Potter. They're struggling with Potter ball.
I have to ask
It's
though,
crazy.
what is up with Manu not playing in today's game? That's the question that doesn't need to be
Bro,
asked,
90 minutes. 90 minutes.
He didn't. I can't believe he didn't play. Like, for me, like,
They were getting, and they were getting
No,
out muscled in the midfield too.
yeah, Mount was having a stinker. You take him off, fair enough, right? But then you didn't even bring on someone else. You didn't bring on like Kenny Manu. You could probably do his job.
Oh, hold on,
And by the
Bro,
way,
I think it's bad. Let me check. Because I think he brought, hold up, he took off. Let me make sure. So he took off Mount and then brought on Garnacho and Xerxes, bro.
Yeah. Xerxes
Yeah, by the way,
wasn't fit,
speak-
so I don't blame him for not starting Xerxes.
What are you saying, Oliver?
Speaking of Mount, by the way, listen, Ahmed, this isn't going to suit your agendas. This is what Mason Mount looks like in a European final without Thomas Tuchel's coaching. Hold that.
Hold that. Hold that.
Mid player.
Tukes was a miracle worker, and every day that goes by, we need to learn to appreciate even more what he did for this club.
I'm not sure about
Even
that.
more.
I'm not sure about that personally, but it's on a personal note. You know, listen, you don't need to. Listen, Tuchel didn't need to give it that magic moment. You know what I mean? He did.
Yo, shout out Tuchel, man.
You
No,
know
because
what I
no,
say?
tell me.
You know what I'll say to you, Oliver. Listen, every player has their moment. You know what I mean? Him and Havertz had that one good moment. They never really replicated since. You know? So
I love that. I love that photo.
You know what I
Man.
mean? Him and Havertz have had that golden moment for Chelsea. You're a bit up to them for doing that for Chelsea.
So you're saying so essentially what you're saying is Tuchel can make wine out of water. I hear it. I hear it. I told you everything that continues to happen is just a testament to what he could do. Look at Tuchel's front line, bro. Look at Tuchel. Look at the front line that we won the Champions League with, bro.
Osama in Tuchel used to gave me worse attacking football than Conte. So
what? Disrespectful.
And that is facts. That's no one can deny that.
This is waffle, bro. This is waffle. It's waffle. It's waffle. It's waffle. It's fine.
Just
It's
like
fine.
the waffle
You know what?
in the beginning of Amram era, if you guys remember. Let's go a little throwback real quick.
The Montclair, bro. The Mon.
Manchester United is the engine of Premier League.
Senior Amorim. It starts today, guys. Finally.
And we must have an identity.
Yeah, we're winning the league. Not as simple as that. We're winning the league. Not as simple as
It
that.
took us a minute and 30 seconds to see better football than this terrorist Ten Hag giving me for over 2 years.
You will see an idea. This I can guarantee.
Amorim needed just 2 minutes to show us his style of play.
A few minutes later.
And we conceded.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
They've been dominating us, bro. We had no answer for them.
Ed Sheeran's come to join us. Edward, we're just chatting to Ruben Amorim, who may not want to talk to an Ipswich.
Don't talk too much. I talked a lot this week.
Not the worst start to the Amorim era.
Nah, it's pretty bad.
You will see an idea. This I can guarantee.
You can take Ten Hag out of United, but it's not so easy to take. Fuck, I keep fucking that up. You can take United out of Ten Hag. You can't take Ten Hag out of United.
Bro.
Shout out to Teletubbies. Shout out to Teletubbies, man.
The hindsight on that
yeah, shout out to
is insane.
What a manager bounce that was, eh?
It took one game to see a different style of play or a better style of play. Then we the copium is crazy. That is crazy. And now look at hindsight 2020. It turned out to be a worse style of play because you are now sitting in 16th place.
Literally, I'd love to see the stats on this, but I'm pretty sure if you average it per 90, Ten Hag was better than Amorim.
You know, forget per 90. Remember how we used to talk about that Potter was surviving off the Tuchel points?
He was surviving off the Ten Hag points.
What was Amorim? Bro, Amorim, forget surviving. Amorim was creating war rations out of them Ten Hag points, bro. This man was cutting it into tiny slices, bro. On the molecular level.
I've got a little bit of credit to give to Erik Ten Hag, to be fair. I've got a little credit to give to Erik Ten Hag, you know. What Amorim should have done today, which Ten Hag did in the FA Cup final, he left Højlund on the bench.
He left Højlund, and this is the thing, by the way, he not only did that, he compacted the midfield. But beyond that, bro, I am so vindicated because I told every United fan, listen, Ten Hag is an awful coach, but your players are worse. However, they are used to his system. I said it's going to be worse when you put shit players in a system they're not used to. It's going to get worse. And they told me, no, this team isn't that bad, but we have quality players. Casemiro was just at Real Madrid. What now, bro? What now? I told them. Why are they acting like the thing is, Ahmed, they acted like I was crazy. Like we didn't finish 12th one season. Like I didn't see the same signs on the wall.
When Amran came in, I said point blank. I know Arsenal probably said it at the same time, but I said point blank at the time. He was he's a Poch. That's Poch waiting to happen. You never let a manager come in October and then do the gimmick of he's got no expectations. Because you know you've got expectations on him. I mean, that's the one thing I hate so much, bro. They brought him in mid-October. They did have expectations on the manager, right? Because you could see it after they lost their first game under him, right? They were doing all this nonsense. They were saying back in January. It was so clear they had expectations for him. And this was not going to happen. And then you had players that didn't want to play for him as well, right? You had players that didn't believe in him. Players that didn't suit his system. So it's always going to end in the greatest catastrophe of all time. It was always going to happen. No way. That's not real. That's not real.
That's not real. This has to be Centel. This has to be Centel. Ain't no way. This is Centel.
I'm gonna double check Anthony, but that's not real.
Yeah. Check Anthony's account, right?
That's not real, man.
Bro, Anthony should be mad if anything. His team just cost him a European trophy. He would have gotten the medal for Europa League.
Fucking A, dude. Oh my days, dude. No, but like.
By the way, can we also check Sancho's social?
No, look. It was just
real.
No. They added it. No, they added the caption.
They added. Okay. It would have been crazy. Check Sancho while you're at it. Check to see if Sancho said.
Nothing Sancho.
Any freedom comments?
Shout out to our boy Gusto, man. You know what I mean? He's international now. Shout out to
oh wow.
Yeah. No, it's just like baffling to me because like.
My God, bro! They almost boxed, bro. They almost real life boxed. Look at this.
What?
Look! He almost real life boxed him in the studio, bro. Look at this. Bro, look at this. He posted his ass up. Look at this.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
No, if I was a United fan, I would not come out of hiding. If I'm Staffy, I am not streaming. If I'm Saeed TV, I'm not reacting till the next day. I'm hiding.
I was watching Staffy the entire time, bro. The Staffy crash out. He was trying to do the doom guy, the despair guy gimmick in the first half. Like I already knew this was coming, but when the reality started hitting around the 80th, 70th minute, he started crashing out at every little thing, bro. I already said it. I put it in his chat. You're my boy, so I'm not gonna crash on you because we're friends outside of footy. But bro, I said United could hold that, bro. Oh man.
It's one of those reactions.
It's one of those. It's one of those, bro.
I genuinely felt sorry for Staffy, man. You know what I mean? I feel sorry for him.
Bro, Højlund legit. Hold up. If the Knicks lose, If the Knicks lose tonight, this is worst case scenario for him, bro.
Oh yeah, no, I could imagine. Yeah, I don't want the Knicks to lose, but no. New York, man.
Oh my God. Bro, Spurs are about to pull up to Arsenal Stadium and say champions of Europe. You'll never sing that. Bro, this timeline is so peak.
These two Saeed, bro. They got Saeed.
Bro, you don't understand. West Ham United and Spurs are pulling up to Arsenal Stadium and saying champions of Europe. You'll never sing that.
You think Saeed will actually finally say Emre Mount?
Bro, no, Saeed, he already said that like if he loses this, it's over. It's finito.
Okay. Yeah.
But Saeed, fuck the car park, bro. Saeed needs to do this on a fucking tarmac, bro. This is DEFCON, bro. This is the most serious thing. Dude, 16th, not at 40 points, no money. They're stuck on massive contracts. They still owe Højlund money. They still owe X money, bro.
Bro, I can't even play this.
Their stadium is falling apart.
I can't even play this at such.
You're proving my point. No, you're proving your point. We're fucking 15th. We're 15th. We are 15th.
16th.
You're 16th, bro. They are legit. Bro, they have no money for a stadium, no money for players, nothing. They haven't scammed it.
That's the other part too. Like I don't think they can afford to sack. So here's the thing. I think they're gonna stay with Amram. I don't think he can afford to sack him and get another manager. They have no money.
The way you do it, yeah. Listen, if I'm Amrin, you need to also get out of there, bro.
But you just saw what he said.
No, yeah.
I'm not gonna give up.
But he's thinking he's doing the PR thing. Chill out, bro. What you do?
If anything, United want him to step down.
What he says is that you did a mutual consent. You know what I mean? The thing that like how Poch did the thing of us, mutual consent. You know what I mean? You left. Both parties left. You know the place. That's what you gotta do with him. That's how he's gotta do it. Yeah, for his own career sake, you do the thing like he's gone and then gone.
Yo, by the way, Cunha, RIP your career, bro.
Yeah, he literally went from one relegation side to another relegation side.
They don't. I'll tell you, they do not deep. They were talking about we might get Delap and Gyökeres.
It's not happening.
Bro.
There's no.
No, you know what? Hold up. Bring up that comment. They are buying players off Karna. They're taking on subprime loans. They're buying players on layaway, bro.
Nah, this is insane.
No, they're.
Oh man, hold up. All things being said, equally Chelsea fucking football club. You better not, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not directing any more words. I'm not putting anything else in the air. You better fucking not. That's it. Anyways, continue.
No, all I was gonna say is that no, this is really. It's one of those situations that I don't know how United get out of this one. This is a really, really bad situation for them. Sure, Spurs, their shit, whatever. If they hadn't won, it's just another day at the office for them, right? They aren't the ones in financial trouble. They make money off their stadium and concerts and the merchandise and all that shit. But United fans, they're fed up. You got not only the United fans that are fed up, but now you apparently Jim Ratcliffe coming out and saying they're broke. They have no money to do anything. You got fucking the United players having to pick between a tuna salad or just cold cuts and shit because they can't afford actual meals.
Bro, if they won the game today, they weren't going to have a parade. They were just going to have a barbecue. That's literally what they said they were going to do.
Yeah, they can't afford a barbecue either now.
You know what's crazy, bro? A barbecue, bro. That's what my family and I do in the backyard, bro, for World Cup qualification games.
Yeah,
this is not a serious football club, bro. This is a beautiful day.
How do you get
I
out?
have never,
I don't know
bro.
how you get out.
Twitter has not been so silent in so long, man. United fans, shh. Arsenal fans, shh. Into the low cave, a esconderse, bro, a la cueva. You feel me? Nothing. It's all quiet. I used to pray for days like this, bro, to rhyme like this. I'm telling you, bro. This is everything, man. This right here is what needed to happen last season. They needed to get 0 Europe. And they keep I'm telling you, man, this right here, bro. There is no way that they get out of it. They're going to be like when we got the transfer ban, they have to look at the academy kids and hope one of them hits. And let's be honest, if they keep Amram, is Mainu playing? Because it seems like Amram does not rate that brother. He does not rate that brother. Yeah, he doesn't like playing him in the 8. He doesn't like playing him in the 10.
He wasn't injured for this game, was he?
No, bro.
He was perfectly fit.
Bro, Amram was literally watching their midfield get out muscled the entire game, bro. Out physical the entire game, bro. You're not about to tell me that Spurs midfield of Basuma, Sarr, and Betancourt was out teching the midfield, bro. They were just bullying them.
Yeah, I couldn't even believe I was watching Basuma do that. Of all players, I was like, "That's Basuma doing that? What the fuck,
bro?" Basuma, bro. You saw what Caicedo was doing to Basuma, man, bro. I'm telling you, bro. This United squad is now officially the worst United squad of all time, bro. I saw Lenny Euro have more in the box presence than Højlund. Højlund should have been a goalkeeper because he has an amazing ability to keep the ball out the back of the net, bro. Amazing, sensational ability to keep the ball at the back of the net, bro. He should have been a keeper, man. And Onana, I don't even know what to say to Onana. Onana should just. This is not his sport. This is not it, bro.
Oh my
Bro, Onana has never won a European final, bro.
Twitter is killing me, bro. Twitter is killing me, bro.
How did the Onana curse overpower the Tottenham no trophies? That's not.
Bro, it also overpowered Casemiro 7 for 7 in finals.
Oh my god, yeah. But Casemiro at the end of that game, I saw him. The cameras were panning to him after the final whistle. He looks so lost, man. He doesn't know how to take this.
Bro, he's been 7 for 7 in finals. Imagine, man.
Genuinely, I listen. I just genuinely look at this and I'm just like, how does one even? How do you come? For me, yeah, I think people are really underestimating. Yeah, how do you come back from this? Genuinely,
I don't think you can.
Because you know, at least in other situations, yeah, when everything capitulates, there was still some modicum of finances available, right?
Thank you.
And you still had smart
Marshall,
guys in the room.
Marshall,
right?
what you're not exactly, because what you're not deeping, by the way, is that the fact that we had zero debt on the books was a blank check for us to be able to rebuild the squad quickly, because we were able to move on a lot of deadwood, even if it was for a little bit of the losses, because we had zero debts on the book. It took us what, like I'm saying, what, 2 to 3 years to kind of be back maybe in UCL. What is United gonna be like, bro?
It's crazy because they're now basically United are now basically fully reliant on transfer income, and they're terrible at selling. So, like, how are they going to generate the sufficient funds? Like,
bro, they might have to like get like a loan. They might have to do what Barcelona did with the whole levers and shit, like that kind of approach, where they just have to like rent out Old Trafford for weddings to make some money. Sell parts of the pitch to different owners and companies and shit like that. Like,
yo, it's time, bro. We about to see crypto.com feel me, the sponsorships all over it, bro. They're about to recall it. I'm telling you, man, bro, we are about to see.
Sir Jim about to pull the English Premier League's the most disgraceful rug pull. That's what he's gonna have to do, dude.
Oh
dude, I'm telling you, man, they're gonna have to start selling crypto coins. They're gonna have to start. This man says geeking out for your rivals winning a trophy. Yes, Effie's gone, bro.
Yeah, no, yeah.
That's what I told you. People don't understand, man. This United hatred, bro. I hated United before I even supported a Premier League club, before I even supported Chelsea, bro. Like, that's how serious it was for me, bro.
I do want to talk about this quickly because I think, to RSM's point, there are a lot of Chelsea fans that are confused by people wanting United to lose the game. I'll just put it like this: listen, Spurs and Chelsea, that's not a rivalry. That's ownership. We destroy Spurs all the time. Like, so Manchester United actually caused us pain. They've won league titles over us. They've cut us out of Europe. You know, that's a rivalry. There's nothing in Spurs except from just taking the piss out of them, to be honest.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. And it's also, you have to keep in mind as well, like, that now the Chelsea fan base is, the international Chelsea fan base is now significantly larger than the one in the UK. That's just numbers wise. It is what it is. And for international fans who don't live in London, right, who don't share that same space with Spurs fans, we view United fans as our enemies. That it is what it is. And I mean, and for me, one of the things that highlights that, by the way, is if you go, and I'm being dead serious, if you go to what's it called? I think it's like African Football Tribe. I love their channels, amazing reactions. You had on one side all the African United supporters, on the other side was Chelsea, Arsenal, every other Prem club was on the couch opposite to them, and they all celebrated when Spurs scored, and they celebrated in the United fans' faces. Because I'm telling you, that's how it is.
I saw so many tweets from like Chelsea fans that are of African descent. They were all saying like, "Oh, I've never seen a Spurs fan from like Nigeria or something." Like, it's so uncommon. Whereas United and Chelsea, we have the bigger global fan bases, and that's where the rivalries really come into it. Spurs are a non-factor outside of England.
I really can't wrap my head. How the fuck a goalkeeper cannot say that?
Here, bro. Look at this reaction, bro. Look at this reaction, brother. Look at this reaction from them, man. Here. Look. Bro, Arsenal and Chelsea fans, right?
Both wearing a Tottenham hat. Oh my god.
Look. Look at the United fans, bro.
I'm seeing a Drogba shirt wearing a Tottenham hat. I can't.
That's crazy, man. That's actually kind of crazy, man.
Dude, I'm telling you, you don't understand. They hate. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Oh, that is me. Oh my god.
Look at this, bro.
Oh my days, bro.
Oh man.
Yo, big up to those guys.
Bro, I'm telling you, like, this is what it is for a lot of the international community, bro. Just because we, in our day-to-day, we just see more United fans. We barely see any Spurs fans.
Yeah, the only Spurs fan I know is Jacob. That's it.
I don't know a Spurs fan in real life. Like, I've met face-to-face. Like...
Wait, let me
oh, this is great, man. This was great, bro. Oh, man, this was great. No, but Onana, on that save, by the way, Marshall, that you just had pulled up, he stepped left when the ball was going right the entire time.
It just makes no sense,
bro. You know, I thought that we had the worst 1 and 2 in terms of keepers in the league. It's officially United, bro. It's officially United.
He always finds a new way. Like, genuinely, he actually finds a new way every time, bro. He finds a new way every time, bro.
You need to go at the beginning, Marshall. You go all the way at the beginning, bro. He takes a step left. Oh, is it cut out of the frame? Oh, no, right here, bro. He's gonna take a step left. Look. Why are you going left?
Oh,
the ball is...
my god.
Bro!
You know man? Let's talk about... Listen, Saeed's got his video. We should react to that, boy.
No way. Oh my god, pull up the video, please. Marshall, we need to.
Before we do, I'm just gonna say, Onana's brain needs to be donated to science. I swear to God, like,
it does. It really
needs
does,
to be
bro.
researched. These thought processes.
Omar, I literally said, by the way, but for me as a kid, right? Most of my cousins and stuff, they were all Man United fans because of Valencia, Antonio Valencia, right? I said, and I hated what as a kid, I hated the color red and I hated my older cousins. I told my parents, go to whatever bootleg shop my cousins get their shirt from and bring me a blue Premier League English shirt. I hated United before I even supported Chelsea. This day is one of the great... Omar, I got literally kicked out of the bar by my cousins, bro. Because I laughed so hard in their faces. They all collectively shoved me out of the bar. And then I continued to laugh at them from outside the window, from the window, bro. Today was one of the best days, man. It was peak, bro. It was peak.
Bro, before we react to Saeed's video, give me your analysis of the game, man.
I mean, what can I say, bro? Right? This team, bro, 17th, 21 losses, man. Like, how do you have a season like this, bro? And still walk out. Bro, I'm sorry, let me think. How do you, right, have the season that Spurs have had and still leave with a European trophy? These guys are going to be in the Champions League next season, Marshall, after finishing 17th.
That's actually crazy.
No, you know what, right? This is funny. Funny. Like, don't get it twisted, right? As far as United is concerned, listen, man. If people were wondering the fall from grace, I feel like this is probably the nail in the coffin of like the fall of grace of United Football Club, man. Bro, you lost to Ange Postecoglou. Bro, the guy who lost 21 games did the sweep on you, bro, in the series. He did the sweep on you in the series, bro. 4 times he's played you and won every single time, brother. Nah, you are finished, man. And Amorim, like, let's be real, man. The guy has to go, but brother, it's hilarious. It's hilarious because I knew the internet was gonna be great. I enjoyed watching Staffy absolutely crash out, right? Yo, the crash out from Staffy was absolutely beautiful, man. Touchline, RSM, touchline, bro. Oh my days! I cannot wait for the next Football Mania, brother. Because you know what it is. This man, this guy, yeah, this guy has been trying to make.
Look at this! 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 This is what he said. This is what he said. I took a screenshot. He said, "You will see next season. We will sign 6 players minimum and overtake Chelsea and Villa very easily." Look at this receipt, bro. Oh my God, he's so finished. He told me Amorim is a better manager, bro.
Let me tell you now, RSM. I have been waiting for this moment. You see, I'm a patient man. You sometimes patience favors, like, you know, patience. They always say, man, patience is virtue, man. And I've been patient. This guy has been trying to make a rivalry with me. Doesn't realize, bro. He doesn't realize who he supported. guess what? Now I have every ammunition I need. And trust me, bro, when that Football Mania hits, he's going to be on Heavyweight Show tomorrow. I will see him there. I'm going to start the cooking there, and the cooking is not stopping, bro. The cooking is not stopping, bro. It's not stopping. I literally was in the group chat. I said, hold that, bro. This brother didn't even respond. That's how I know this guy is broken.
I know, dude. I went onto his stream and all he did was call me a pussy, bro. His head was gone. His head is
it's beautiful to
gone, bro.
It's beautiful to watch. And listen, do you know who the worst losers of all of this is? I think we already know who they are, but it's time to talk about it, bro. I was just on Northside stream, bro. Ah, my days. They are Deji is on the Prem show. Sunshine, and I feel sorry for Sunshine and Northside because brother, the Deji was already smug last week when they reached the final. Imagine this brother on the Prem show. Oh my goodness.
Omar. Bro, Spurs and West Ham United are going to the Emirates Stadium and telling Arsenal, champions of Europe, you'll never sing that. West Ham United and Spurs are going to the Emirates and next season and saying, champions of Europe, you'll never sing that.
It's over, bro. It's over for this club, you know. Like, bro, you have to watch Spurs, West Ham, flipping Chelsea. If they win the Conference League, they've done the Grand Slam on like European trophies now. If you guys win the Conference League, right? Imagine, bro, your manager, the manager they've been telling to trust the process, has only won one FA Cup. Glasner just won that trophy this season, brother. You are finished. Like,
finished. Finito, bro.
You know what's crazy,
dude,
right?
Hold on. I said this. Do not let there be trophy parades in Crystal Palace, Spurs. There might be 3 trophy parades. 3 trophy parades in London, and not one of them is for Arsenal. Phase 5.
Bro, you know what's funny? You know what's funny, Marshall? Do you remember? Because you watch a lot of YouTube, right? You know what the Arsenal fans were saying? They said after 5 seasons, right? After 5 seasons, they will judge him. That's what they told us. They said in his 5th season, if he has 5 seasons and he doesn't win anything, we gotta let him go. Well, Marshall, it's season number 5 for this man.
What phase is in Chicago in?
Season 5. Now, I want you all to really think about this for 1 second, right? In the past 5 years, since this club has won the FA Cup, Villarreal, Crystal Palace, West Ham, Barcelona under Xavi, who else? Chelsea, right? I'm telling you, Leverkusen, AC Milan have won a league title in the past 5 years, right?
Newcastle won the League Cup this season.
Newcastle United, bro. I don't even want to go to like other leagues, like the mediocre leagues.
What
right?
phase are they on, Arteta? Tell me. Tell me what phase they're in, Arteta.
5. Bro, this was supposed to be the final phase, right? So in the final phase, phase 5, right? This is the season when they were supposed to win the league, right? You've just watched Liverpool with Arne Slot walk into the league and win the league title. You've seen Glasner walk to Crystal Palace, win them the FA Cup, and you've seen Eddie Howe win the Carabao Cup. And to make it worse, Ange Postecoglou with 21 losses in the league and 17th in the table win the Europa League. You are finished. If Enzo Maresca wins the Conference League, bro, you're done.
Bingo cards, ladies and gents. I'm telling you right now, get your bingo cards ready for that one block that is Igal tried to argue he'd rather have Arsenal season than the trophy that Spurs have had. Get that bingo space ready, because that's coming. I'm telling you right now. Look on Twitter, it's coming. I'd rather have Arsenal season season.
No, bro. No. I have you not seen the guy's Twitter? He literally said I'm off Twitter. His last tweet is I'm off Twitter. He said I'm off Twitter for a while. I'll look at, bro. He literally said, if I'm gonna say, he said I'm off Twitter for a while now. Arsenal rent free in everybody's heads. He's bro.
Rattled.
Yeah, here it is, bro. His last tweet. Igal's last tweet.
By the way, can we check
Igal's last tweet, bro. This is his last tweet right now on his page. Good night, everybody. Remember, Arsenal lives rent free everybody's head. Not even heads, just head. Bro, look at this. Look. This man is gone. He got ran off the internet, bro. This is peak, bro. This is peak. This is great. This is great. Oh my God, what a great day, man.
By the way, after this, can we watch the expressions after this one? Because expressions is gonna cook everyone.
Oh,
I might not have time.
Oh my God, bro.
But I might not have time. Let's see how quickly we can get through this one. All right, I'm playing it right now.
Squad people. It's over. We've lost the Europa League final. Tottenham fans are singing. I'm gutted. I'm absolutely gutted. All this season, this game was riding on this. This had to mean we had to win this game. And we've let Tottenham Hotspur win their first trophy in nearly 20 years. I'm absolutely embarrassed. It's sickening. We didn't want it. We didn't turn up.
That's true.
Everyone just said, you know what? It's only Tottenham. Use your brains. We didn't attack enough. Too scared. Tottenham Hotspur. We're a laughing joke, man. It's over for this football club. I don't see a way back. Forget every signing you're talking about. I couldn't care less. This was the moment where it mattered the most. And where were they? Where were they? When it mattered the most, where were they? Where were the key men? We bottled it. We are now the bottle jobs. We've taken over from them lot over there.
Remember earlier this season, the banter he had for Spurs, bottlers in it. The car was crazy.
Oh, by the way, no. By the way, Adam, can we let's not ever forget. Do you remember how we in Football Mania talked about the sweep, Barcelona sweep? Are we just ignoring the fact that Spurs, Ange Postecoglou just did the sweep on United in 2025?
Before Pete.
Spurs in 4, bro. Spurs in 4, man. Disgusting.
Spurs 4 Pete.
They've given us that title now. We are the bottle jobs. Sickening. A long way home now. All these Tottenham fans are going to come out now, start celebrating. They've got Champions League to look forward to. What have we got? What have we got to look forward to, bro? Tactics today, I don't know. Too many players were missing today. Too many. You can't afford that. Too many players said, you know what? I'm just not turning up today. Big wages. Big money. And you let Tottenham win it. Tottenham. I can't come back from this.
What, bro?
I don't think I can come back from this. I don't think I'll ever be myself again, bro. I'm telling you now.
He won't be himself, man.
Bro, my man really said this is villain arc, bro.
I feel bad for him, man, because he's quite
bro.
Nice
Dude,
child,
every day I woke up to watch us score 1 goal for a month when we finished 12th. I feel so vindicated, man. I'm telling you. I needed this. I needed this, bro.
It reminds me of, like, okay, not as bad as United, because United finished, what, 16th? But, like, remember we finished, what, 10th, 12th, and we got to the final and still lost that and bowled it? It's almost the same way. Like, they need to rebuild, but yeah, like, this is
the thing is, they need to rebuild. Hold up. They need to rebuild like us, except they're in debt and have no money.
Yeah, that's true.
This is your moment to shine, man.
Wait, what?
Fucking Johnson. Welsh Nation, man. Welsh Nation.
Brennan Johnson, man.
No, like I've been saying he is a good player, but the thing is, like, I feel like people assume I say he's world class or something. No, like he's a great goal scorer, and he's been Tottenham's top scorer this season. But yeah, like Jacob on the other hand, man, he didn't want to hear
50 million, man. Looking at the end of the day, man, 50 million for Europa League for a goal in the Europa League final.
Yeah, no, he scored 14, 15 goals this season.
You know what I mean, man? Listen, Welshman and Spurs, man.
He's a winger.
Let me help you out, Ahmed. So I guess Johnson did something that Bale couldn't, eh?
No, we ain't. No. We ain't doing.
I think actually
Bale has literally scored a bicycle kick in the Champions League final.
No, for Spurs.
Yeah,
fuck
Spurs.
Bale won a Carabao Cup. No? I thought Bale
Yeah,
won a
no,
Carabao
Europa's
Cup.
bigger. Yeah, no,
Was it 09?
That's when he was a left back though.
Yeah, but listen. Yeah, but
He was a left back when they won
At
the.
the end of the day, man, listen.
Was he
Bale
left
was
back or
number.
left wing
I think Bale was number 2 now, and I think
He was left back.
Yep, and Johnson number 1.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, listen, man. I feel so. Listen, I don't feel sorry for Saeed, man. He's always got a chest, man. You know what I mean?
He has got chest, but like I seen him defending Caicedo this season. I'm thinking, you know what? Go back to the guy, man.
He said, maybe how bad can you really be? He said, how bad can you really be, bro?
I'll give him that. He did defend. Caicedo.
Yeah.
That
Like,
blasphemous
only
team of
rival,
the
man.
season I saw.
No, even other stuff.
Something inside of me died today, bro.
Well, dude,
Yo.
a devil with a stick.
He died.
Oh my god, bro. No, I told you, bro. Today, the Satanic Institution, bro. Dude, the Red Devil, dude, the Red Devil died today, bro. The Kingdom of God won today, bro. I'm telling you, man. This is a W. This is a massive W.
I feel like United fans should have thought this maybe coming
And
out.
if the lab wants to wait for this institution to join this institution, that just tells me his
Well, that's facts. Hold up, United took our spot to lose to Spurs. I can guarantee you, I'd put money on it that if we were in the final against Spurs, we're putting belt to ass.
We're winning. Belt to ass.
It will be a tough game because I will say Tottenham actually defended well today.
Chris, I don't give a fuck if Chelsea versus
No, I'm not saying we lose though.
No, you know what it is? Hold on, you know what it is? Oh, Spurs see this. No, Spurs see this badge and it's over. They see this badge, it's over, bro.
That's the only matchup I could put my life savings towards. I'm like,
exactly, bro.
I agree. I know
exactly. No, you don't understand. We went down 2-0 within 10 minutes because Cucurella slipped twice and we ended up winning the game away from home. Like, bro, I'm telling you, Spurs is not real.
Understand? This is what you also need to understand. When it comes, if Chelsea played Spurs, no, Spurs would have lost. I'm sorry, man. Like, I made that mistake of trying to believe in Spurs one time, and bro, it backfired.
You Tottenham fan,
bro? No, hell no.
He's a
you should believe in the Spurs. I thought, wait, are you Tottenham fan?
No.
It was a prediction that I made.
Okay.
You know, last season, because last season they started well, and you guys gave them their first loss, and you guys were struggling. And I remember thinking that they would win the game, and you guys absolutely battered them. I was like, yeah. After that day, I was like, yeah.
Yeah, it's over.
Chelsea.
I get it now. That's what he was saying.
Man.
Dude, I had Staffy. In my live stream chat when we went down 2-0 to Spurs, talking heavy. And I literally told him, bro, wait till 90 minutes. It's Spurs. And then they go into the final and do this to the same Spurs. We put 4 past. Healthy, by the way.
We were top dogs. They were known as nobodies.
When you're telling me
pretenders,
Diallo's getting locked up by Richarlison, I didn't see that in my bingo card. I did not see it.
Oh my god, he did. He got clammed. Oh my god, clammed.
I will love you. I'll be honest with you. That was not on my bingo card, man.
And yet today, they're in the Champions League, and we could be 17th. Bruno Fernandes, man. The captain, the leader. I'm like, show me what you've got, Bruno.
His voice.
People talk to me, say, yo, you're too harsh on Bruno. You keep telling me you're too harsh on Bruno. But when it matters the most, he didn't turn up.
Speaking facts, I can't lie.
Yeah, that's true. Come on, guys, man. I've not got an agenda. I want my club to win. I want us to win. This isn't about clicks. This isn't about fame. I'm here in Bilbao because I wanted us to win. I wanted this club to come back to the top. But we're not now. We're done. It's generally over. Ineos, Glazers, what are you doing? What are you going to do to fix this mess?
Oh, I do want to point out, Chelsea fans, just remember, we still have...
Scott tier, guys.
We still have the worst owners in the league, by the way.
Hold up.
Just a reminder to Chelsea fans.
Wait. I think we all can do this right now. because remember these men were chanting it everywhere in social media. Follow, follow, because United are going to Bilbao, right, guys? Right? Fucking cold, like you twats. Anyways, big up to United. I hope they, have their chin up because I need them to draw or beat Villa. So come on, United.
No, they are not happy.
No, the only thing I ask of United in that game is to not roll over and let them put 17 past them. That's the only thing I can expect past them, bro. Because these brothers are liable to literally just sit on the sideline and let Aston Villa just take pot shots, bro.
Yeah, 4-5-0.
20 years of bad ownership. And these lot can't even afford a barbecue. They can't even afford tickets. Do we really trust Ineos to take us back to the top? Think about a bigger picture, guys. We need to unite as a fan base and claim our football club back because it's dying, guys. It's dying right in front of your eyes. Tonight is a sign of that. A team that has not won a trophy in nearly 20 years have won a trophy right in front of our eyes. That is a sign that this football club is on the downhill spiral. We're done. It's a long way back to the top. Long way back. And it's a long way back for me as well. 20 hours it took me to get here. And I go home empty-handed.
Nah, he must be taking a cheap route. Wait, he's taking a cheap route there, man. Because
was he driving?
No, someone bought his ticket
20 hours?
And his travel. So
20 hours is a bit crazy. I'm sorry, man.
He took a very scenic route to get there, bro.
Like, nah, because for me, usually, if I was...
He must have went by bus or something.
Madrid probably said, 3 hours tops from London, probably.
Yeah.
If not, 3 or 4 hours, something like that. If you just take
easy. Someone in chat, no.
Yeah,
someone bought his
3 hours.
His travel. Someone bought his travel and he went that way.
It will probably take 4 hours tops, Ahmed. I reckon.
Yeah, I agree, right? It's 3-4 hours.
I've been to Spain a couple times.
He took 2 stops along the way.
Barca was for 3 hours and something.
I haven't been to Barcelona, but
Barca's 3 hours.
Yeah, 3 hours.
Wait, Barcelona is 3 hours from London. From where you guys from London?
Yeah, from London, from Heathrow.
Yeah. How the hell did this guy spend 24 hours?
Well, I don't know where he lives exactly, but
he lives in Manchester.
He lives in Manchester.
It will take 4 hours tops. It will take 4 hours tops.
Yeah, another 40 minutes.
That is insane.
So he must either be taking coach. He must take a coach like in a fixed bus.
That's a long journey.
And he must be because
I have to take an easy jet back home or something, man. I can't 20 hours drive back. No.
Because I've taken the coach to the Netherlands before, and that was 10 hours on there. But that was a nice 10 hours. That was a scenic, relaxing, nice coach, innit? So unless he's doing something like that, then I have no idea.
Well, it's not gonna be nice on the way back. Still, it's just not.
It's gonna be. Really
he said he's dead inside, man.
You might as well just take a flight back home, bro. Just spend the money, bro.
Bro, I'm watching Arsenal fans in real life say that the last club to win the Big Six club who's gonna alongside that winning a trophy is Chelsea because Arsenal are counting. They're trying to count the Community Shield now.
No.
It's
not a major trophy, so it's not.
This is what they're doing, man.
See, this is the problem, bro. Some certain people, man. See, some people, bro. They need to cope with something. You understand what I'm saying, right? So sometimes you know what you just have to do, bro. You just have to ignore them because when you ignore them, that's basically the biggest insult you can give them because that's gonna be you're so irrelevant. I'm not even gonna give you I'm not even gonna entertain that with a response. You understand what I'm saying, right? Community Shield,
I
bro.
only speak to European champions. That's it.
Yeah, exactly, man. Listen, we
trophy.
Hey, man, they got the Cup Winners' Cup, man. Come on, have respect.
Listen, have respect. Nah, listen, man. Cup winners. All right. I can probably name team that's currently in mid-table that's probably won the Cup Winners' Cup.
Oh no, yeah, everyone's won it. Even
bro, you might be able to name teams that are legitimately in lower divisions.
West Ham won it. I'm pretty sure West Ham won it. Or everyone won it.
See, this is the issue. See, this is the issue, man. At the end of the day, I'm telling you this now, right? When it comes to this whole situation with Spurs, I don't even feel that bad for that. I mean, I do feel bad for my friends who actually call out this stuff. Arsenal fans who call out this stuff. They were the ones I feel bad for. People like Edgar, bro. I got no sympathy for you, bro. I hope you get
zero.
I hope you get smoked, bro, during all of these shows that you go to, man. Every single one of them, because the way these, bro, I don't understand the level of arrogance some of these Arsenal fans have. I get it. You support a big club, right? But the way they just look down upon certain trophies, like it's beneath their level. Like, bro, do you know who you are? Like, with all due respect, do you know who you are? Bro, you know what that is like? It's like, when you have, it's like when you take a girl out on a date, right? And you go and buy, like, you have a girlfriend, you buy them like a 2021 like Mazda or like a Volvo or something like that. Something nice, right? Something that, anyone in this chat panel would take, right? And then this girl looks at the car and he says, I expected a Lamborghini. Like, the fuck do you expect a Lamborghini, bro? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, I get you know your value, but brother, you haven't seen a trophy in 5 flipping years. Not one. You are in no position to be sitting here and looking down at a certain trophy. Do you think that when Barcelona won the Super Cup España this season, I was sitting there like, it's just a Spanish Super Cup. Who cares? I was celebrating like that was the biggest trophy in the entire season, bro, because I didn't know what trophy I was winning at the end of the season. And guess what? At the end of the season, I said, bro, domestic treble winners, man. That's what we are this season. Who cares, man? Because trophy is a trophy. And the teams, and the thing is, with certain people is this, bro. They don't realize just because you look at your club in a certain way doesn't mean other people look at your club the same way. You understand what I mean, right? So someone like Egal can look at the past few years, the fact that they haven't won anything and they've been close. They beat Real Madrid. They reached the Champions League semifinals. They had like 90 something points, whatever they had. He can look at that and he can say, well, we are one of the best teams in Europe. Look at the amount of points. Nobody cares. I genuinely don't care about what you've done. Have you won anything? Have you won the Champions League?
No one gives a shit about how they came close 2 seasons ago. No one talks about that.
See, this is
no
the
one
thing.
talks about how they came close last season.
Omar, you're not counting the winning the heart of the fans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, thank you.
Literally, no one cares that Chelsea made it to 2 FA Cup finals and lost them both. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to shit on my own club, but like at the end of the day, like we remember Leicester won it. And they beat it over, beat our heads up. Remember Liverpool won it. But no one cares that Chelsea were in that competition. Doesn't matter how far you make it into these cup runs. Doesn't matter how far you make it to the league. At the end of the day, do you have something to show for it? If you don't, move along. That's how football is.
And that's the thing. See, this is the thing, Marshall. Winners, when you win in a trophy, it gets you remembered. Do you understand what I mean, right? The reason why I've always looked at the Chelsea team like in the early 2000s so scarily. It's not just because of how good they played. It's the fact that, bro, they just look like they could win everything every season. Do you understand what I mean? Right? And most of the time, they won. They were winning. They were hard to beat. And they were winning trophies to back up how good they were. You understand what I mean, right? Yeah. You remember Spurs on the pitch? They were looking like one of the best teams in Europe. Attacking-wise. Football, like the whole all-round play, bro, they were battering everybody. But guess what? Half of the people now don't even remember how good that Spurs team is. Because guess what? That team didn't win nothing.
They win
because
shit.
Winning something.
No one gives a fuck.
That is my point. So I even said this one time. I didn't say this to Egar, but I said it one time on my chat. I said, you see this Egar guy, right? He in the next 5 years, he's going to be like that one guy in the bar who likes to remind you how great his team is. And everyone's looking at him like he's insane, bro.
Bro, I remember that Leicester City team more than I remember that Spurs team that was competing with them. Like, let's just be real. Let's just be real. So, yeah, at the end of the day, who gives a fuck, man? If you don't got any trophies to show for it, nobody gives a fuck.
I want to turn up. Manager has no tactics. Quality issues in the bin. We didn't want it today. We didn't realize it was a cup final today. We didn't. It's just turn up. You got to play. Put your heart and soul into it. They did. Defended for their lives. Positioning, they were there. What were we doing? Get rid of everyone. Start fresh. Get rid. And start properly again now. This is where we're at right now. We have to start properly. I just can't believe it, bro. Tottenham Hotspur. They're all going to be coming out of here singing, celebrating, man. I've got Toby and expressions to deal with now. Why did you do that to me? Why? These lot don't know what trophy is about. Even in our worst moment, we smelled trophy, we tasted trophy. They can't even smell their own ashes. And yet today, they've risen like Undertaker. They can shout to people now. They can step on the streets and say, you know what? We've won a European trophy. Don't ever underestimate that. The platform now that they get from winning it and the money that they get. We put our money, our soul, our effort. My voice is gone. Yep. And yet these lot did not want to turn up. What's now? What now, guys?
Finn Balor was at the
We
game.
could be finishing 17th. That's embarrassing.
Finn Balor, Chris.
Oh shit! Oh yeah, he's a Spurs fan, isn't he?
Bro, this is so funny.
This is peak. This is great, man.
This
Bro,
is he's got a
they
space right now. He's got a space right now, Van Mac.
They're finished. They're 6 feet under, bro.
They're finished. As an institution, that manager stinks. Like those players
They're,
stink, bro. They are.
Dude, their manager sucks. Their players suck. They're in debt and they have no money. They're looking at 6 years now. They're looking at 6 years.
Do you know what it is? The only hope they've got as a football club is to do what they're doing with Cunha, where they've just got to hold on to that Man United are a huge team kind of thing, and just poach the best player from like some.
But you know what it
shit.
is? You know what it is? But you know what it is though? As much as they might not want to say it, bro, finishing 16th under 40 points and losing a final to Spurs is putting the dent. Putting the dent in that.
Oh no, 100%.
History only lasts you so long, bro. Forrest got 2 UCLs.
RSM, like the fact they can still get Cunha off that says a lot. But it's like they're literally gonna have to hope for getting like the Cunhas and the Delaps of the world that are playing for teams that are as bad as they are. But it's just they got the Man United pool. That's legit it. Because like
they gotta hope, and they gotta hope, other clubs don't want their players, bro.
I agree with that.
You think they're not? Huh? You think that like who else? Quenda chose us over them.
Yeah,
no. Hold up. They literally they were saying this morning. I was watching streams. They were saying we could potentially get Delap and Yokers. Why not? Okay, bro. Okay, bro.
They're not spending that type of money about Champions League football as well. Like all
Bro,
that.
the recruitment of that club's a mess. That club has a worse ownership than us. And ain't even.
Chris, they don't even have Conference League football. Forget about Champions League football. They don't even have Conference League football.
You got nothing.
I mean, we had that for you, didn't we? It's been a long road for us as well, but
that's what this whole point. It's been a long road for us, and that's us, having an ownership that came in with no existing debt, right? Basically a clean slate. We were able to have an excellent summer window where we moved on a lot of dead wood for decent profit.
Yes.
United are not doing that. They're not doing that, bro.
This is also an ownership group that had literally no idea how to run a football club. None. Not a single bit of experience running a football club. These owners, the United owners, have 2 football clubs that they own. 2.
You know what's funny? You know what? Another
True.
thing. You know one thing I even said today.
They have 3 actually. Can you get out, please? My team, they have Geneva too. Please respect Geneva, please. They have Geneva as well, please.
I mean, okay, so can I just say this?
They have one Swiss team, brother, and a French team, and now United is the 3rd team.
Sorry,
Can I
thought you meant when you said 2 teams, bro. I thought you were.
No, I meant 2 before they bought them. I meant 2 before they bought you.
So can I just say? I'll say this now, right? At the end of the day, when I was about to say something, I literally just lost my train of thought. It was actually this is what I was gonna say. You see, a lot of the times, a lot of people, like especially like, I don't mean to keep saying it, but Arsenal fans, when they were looking down on like the Europa League, right? I just want to say this. I said this on my stream earlier. I said, you see, if a Chelsea fan said the Europa League is beneath us or the Conference League is beneath us, if I can hear it, you know why I can hear it? Because every time Chelsea have been in the Europa League, they've won the thing. Think about it. Like, genuinely, think about it. You guys have, last time you guys won the Europa League was in 2018, 2019, right?
Shout out Baku, man. I'll never forget, bro. Massive dub.
Yeah, exactly. And before that, when was the last time you won the Europa League? 2012, 2013.
It
and
was.
You won it.
Oh.
Yeah,
2018. No. 20. No, it's under Sarvi. Last time one.
No, it's sorry.
Buddy, the first time you were like.
It was the manager after. It was the manager after Dimitri.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Benitez.
Chris, we're talking about the first time.
The first time. Sorry, my bad.
So that's what I was just saying. Like the last 2 times you've been in the Europa League, you've won it. You can then look down on the Europa League and say, bro, we've won in it 2 times and we won the thing. That trophy is clearly beneath us because every time we've been in it, we've won the thing, right? If you win the Euro Conference League, you can say the same thing, bro. We've proven that this trophy is not at our level, bro. We are a Champions League regular. Arsenal fans, you can't even say those words because you've had 5 attempts to win the Europa League. 5?
Yeah, but
right?
but I'm just not sure why we're talking about Arsenal here. Because like,
No.
You know
fuck
what
Arsenal.
I mean?
No.
I mean, don't really like again with Arsenal, man. I don't really want to be talking about Arsenal on the stream, bro.
No. So this is the thing. At the end of the day, I'm not even trying to make this an Arsenal thing. I'm looking at the people who look down upon trophies. You understand what I'm saying, right? Those are the people I'm mostly growing at. You understand what I'm saying? But
I feel like both these sides that we're talking about right now, United.
I'm gonna be very honest. When it comes
they
to
weren't even looking down them. They weren't looking at them.
Dude, this was both of their lifelines. This was both of their lifelines, bro. This was both of their lifelines.
Yeah, they didn't.
I kind of get that, but why did Alman like go into that Chelsea game with his full strength team?
He probably wanted to. He was
in
India.
He's a dickhead, bro. That's why he's a dickhead.
He did not understand tactics.
It's the same reason. Chris, the same reason why, for no reason, he decided to play Luke Shaw at centre back and Mazraoui.
Bro, by the way, Luke Shaw fat as hell, bro. No offense, bro, but that brother,
that brother fat as hell. Can we talk about this for 1 second?
Chris, hang on. No, Chris, it's the same reason why when he's 1-0 down in the game, he decides to do a like-for-like sub Dal over Mazraoui.
Yeah.
Asking questions.
No, not subbing on Mino was just brain dead. I was thinking, do they
What,
actually have any
88 minutes, you know?
Minu at the 90th minute. Like, what was that brother gonna do, bro?
Guys, can we also say this about Luke Shaw, right? Brother, this brother has been at United for 11. How did this man scam a
next season's his 11th season.
11 years.
Oh, is it not 12? I thought it was 12 next season.
No, it's 10. It's 10 this year.
It's 11.
This is his 10. No, this is his 10.
He joined
No, this is his 10th year.
Years now. He's been at the club for 11 years.
Hey,
right?
Chilwell's been at our club for 11 years, man. It might be over.
Get a testimonial, brother.
Respect Chilwell, man. Respect Chilwell, please.
Bro, he's been at the club now long enough that when he leaves, he's getting a testimonial. Think about it.
By the way, this is his 10th year. Next year is his 11th year.
Okay,
10th
year.
He got.
By the way, no. But speaking of Emirates, do you realize how shit of a manager you have to be for fucking Ange Postecoglou to out tactic you in a final, bro?
Yeah,
you're trash. You're absolutely bin juice, bro.
Bro, it's not even just that. Like, when you deep it, like, we did the maths the other day. Without Ten Hag's points, they'd be like, I think 7 points ahead.
No, we said this. We know because we said that. I said this at the beginning of the stream. Remember how we were all talking about how Potter was eating off them Tuchel points, bro? If he was eating off them, then Amram was war rationing, bro. He was cutting a molecular level of those points to survive, bro. Like,
oh my god, no, I was wrong, bro. I was wrong. Oh my god. Who were Leicester playing last day? Wait. Who were Leicester playing last day of the season?
Leicester playing Bournemouth. Leicester playing Bournemouth.
Oh, they're losing, bro.
Yeah,
if they didn't have those 4 wins from what's his face from Ten Hag, they would literally be 1 point above, or sorry, 2 points above them. 2 points above.
No. Hold up. No, if you take away the relegation sides, right? Amram has literally gotten, I think like 1 win outside of them since January. Like, bro, it's bad. He's trash.
I have something to ask the stream.
That's why I want him to stay. He's actually bad.
I am gonna finish this video, but and then I'm gonna ask my question.
Yeah. It's embarrassing, but you know what? We deserve it. Years of negligence, you deserve it. Leaving your hopes on 1 game last season and this season now. You deserve it. But we as fans have to pay the price. We have to turn up. Amad Diallo, Bruno Fernandes, the guys did not turn up. Our bench was too late, Amarin. I'm trying to back you, but bro, you haven't given me anything to defend you. There's no defense for this. If you go, you go. I don't know. I don't know where we go now. I genuinely know where we go now. I don't know where this money's coming from. I don't give a shit about Cunha. I don't give a shit about any player, man. Seriously, man. What's going to happen? We get a little transfer dopamine, then what? Then what? What then? What happens then?
Down, man. Joke aside, this
I'm just tired, bro. Tired, man. I speak up for the club. I back the club because they won't back me. They won't back me.
He is so out of it now.
I need this, bro.
Oh man, I don't know. I don't know, man.
You don't even drink.
I just feel like for me, I'm just it's sickening, man.
It's a long summer for him, man.
Very long.
Yeah.
Lone player turned up, substitution dead.
No.
There isn't anything out here. It's a long way back for my United. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not gassing anything up anymore. I'm not doing anything, man.
2 weeks later.
My soul's gone now. Honestly, my heart and my passion for this, bro. I don't know, man. Some people just say, you know what? It's better not to be disappointed, man. It's better just to say, you know what? It is what it is. United are what they are now. Result happens. It is what it is. Who cares, man? Seriously, it's got to that point now, man. Could have been a historic night, man. Could have been a historic night. Could have been another good night and say, you know what? Been a bad season, but we've won a trophy.
Yeah, we need the end of that, bro. We need the end of that story, bro.
Yep.
Yeah,
the scams are over. The scammers are done. Scammer down. You feel me? Scammer down.
I'm done.
Praise be, praise be, man.
If we end up losing,
we're out. Take
five and no trophy.
Satan has finally let his shoulder down.
I'm telling you, bro. It's over, bro. I'm telling you, the victory today for the Kingdom of God, massive W, bro. Massive
No.
bro.
Listen, you can say Kingdom of God, but I can also say Satan decided, you know, this is not my club anymore. That's what he said. I don't say this. This is a fake red devil. They're not real.
Also, by the way, Marshall, wait, real quick. By the way, this is the type of the attitude, right? That apparently we're looking at that we want in our winger. Garnacho's brother just put on his Instagram, working like no one else, helping every round, coming from 2 goals in the last 2 finals, just to be thrown onto the pitch 19 minutes and get thrown under the bus. Wow, ha ha ha. That's what we want at the club, though. Thank you, sporting directors. You guys suck dick, bro.
Who said that? Sorry.
That was Garnacho's brother. And you know Garnacho co-signs that. Because Garnacho at any point could tell his brother, stop posting that shit online.
We don't need that, man.
That's what I'm saying.
This is the problem, isn't it? This is
you can hold that. Wait, but let Marshall speak though. He wants to say so. He wants to paint a picture.
I just need to paint this picture, right? Because I've been saying here on the channel, right? And I know people don't like it when I say it, but when you look at when the owners took over versus when you look at when they took over versus where we are now, it's been progress. You may not like where we are right now. You may not like the fact that we're not in Champions League. You may not like the fact that we haven't won trophies. You may not like the players that we have. But one thing you can't deny is that we made progress. When you look at the trajectory that United has done in that same time, it's been downhill. They went from, this is now back-to-back worst seasons in United's history. Because last season was their worst season in their history. Now this season, they topped it. Guys, I'm getting to a point where if this continues on, this season they got lucky because the relegated teams were worse than them. And they just yo-yoed back down. But who's to say that's going to be the same case next season? This might be the beginning of seeing one of the big six finally, pull a Nottingham Forest. I don't know.
I don't think there will be a next Nottingham Forest, but I do believe from what I've seen now, because let's be clear, it's now been 12 years, right? It took Liverpool 30 years to finally recover and get back to the top. You understand what I mean, right? And the thing with United is the same mistakes I think Liverpool did after that great team that they had in the 80s, where they didn't fall into the modern day times quickly enough. And that's why they fell behind of like teams like United and all that. I think that United for the past few years, that's what they've been doing as well. You understand what I'm saying, right? Because there's always this moniker of like, we are Manchester United, we do things in a certain way, and this and this and this and this. Whereas they're not trying to adapt to what football is now, right? They're so ingrained from what, you know, made them successful under Sir Alex Ferguson, right? And they need to try to break the mold. Like, honestly, for United's sake, they need a complete clearance, and not just in the squad.
But Omar,
but
everything
everywhere.
you're saying requires money, and according to Sir Jim Ratcliffe, they have none of it.
Well,
this is why I'm telling you, guys, don't be surprised if this could be the beginning of the downfall.
Oh my
of one
God!
of the greatest
Look
clubs
at what Manchester United just posted on their official account.
Oh fuck!
This cope is disgusting. This is from the official United. Well, look, official United account, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm not
It's
official.
got gold tick, yeah.
The
We know,
history
yeah.
trophy. Yeah,
Bro,
the
it's not
history
even
trophy.
cope. It's like
This is disgusting cope, bro.
it's not even cope. It's like delusion of the
Guys,
highest level.
these guys are literally proving my flipping point. Do you see what they're doing? It's the history. Keep living in the past. Keep doing your thing. Keep living in the past. Like, trust me. Let me tell you something, Marsha. I'm not saying that that this is just like this can't get worse. I'm telling you right now, right? Listen, they are currently what, 16th? I think. Are they 15th or 16th?
16th. Low key, hold up. Who do Spurs go against last game of the season? Because
they're not winning either, bro. Like
no, but I'm saying. Hold up.
That's all I think.
They have Brighton. Spurs have Brighton. Is it at home? Are they at home?
Yeah,
it doesn't matter, bro. They're losing.
There's
they'll probably win. They'll probably win.
We'll see. I'm saying though, it's more likely though that Spurs maybe get a result because they only need what? They just need 1 point. They need a draw and they go above United, and United finish 17th, one up like just above the relegation zone.
It's kind of true.
We finished 12th, then we went to 6th. Then
No. He's talking about when they took over from Roman. We finished
but
third.
obviously that's Roman's team. This is now Bowley's team. We got to take into account
it's Bowley's team. Yeah, this is.
If this was Roman's team continuing on, and Roman's,
Bowley started bad. Bowley started bad.
But they ripped the Band-Aid off and started new. So that's
Marshall, but this is the problem. I think you see what RSM just showed. See, this is the problem, right? Because you just mentioned it. The reality is this club have problems. They have big problems, right? Financially,
problems.
Yes, they have financial issues, right? And with all of this stuff, and you're right. Listen, when you have financial issues, as a club, as a guy whose club recently had their own financial issues, we found a way to, stabilize it to be good enough to still be able to compete, despite the fact that we still have our financial issues. But with United, they don't have what we have. See, we have an owner who has been through this before in the past and was able to bail us out. And he's a smart businessman. He found a way to basically still make us relevant, despite the fact that we had financial issues. You can't say the same about Ineos. You understand what I'm saying, right? If you look at Ineos, what they did with Nice, right? Nice fans don't like Ratcliffe. They flipping hate these guys. You understand what I mean? Right? So I don't necessarily think they're gonna get relegated, but brother, we could see United slowly lose their relevancy in front of our eyes. You understand what I mean, right? Like I can just see them basically just being a team challenging for Europa leagues, conference leagues, until there's drastic changes. Man,
There's
it's
no
going
way.
to.
I don't even see it that way, Omar. I think they're actually, because this is 2 seasons back to back. I think they've actually become a mid-table club now.
Exactly. I mean, 2 seasons. I mean, I get Chelsea had that problem, but with Chelsea, they had owners where you thought these guys are investing. So
no, because technically, as much as I don't like Pochettino, we did finish in Europa League spots last season.
Right.
And so we went from a mid-table season to a European finish.
Dude,
at the end of last season.
So United's trajectory has gone from 3rd to 8th to 16th in 3 seasons.
They're getting worse every season, bro.
Also, that's why I'm saying this.
So we went from 12 to 6, and let's see where we end up this season. But
by the way, I just want to put something out while RSM's doing that. I don't think United's issues are financial, by the way. Like, I think that is an issue. That's not the main issue. Even if they had money, go look at what they've spent it on.
Oh.
Yes.
Hoyland,
Mount.
Yeah, it's horrible recruitment.
Like,
but you know what it is, though?
It's good players that don't fit what the manager wants to do. Like Mazraoui is a good player. He's not a wing back. Doesn't work as a wing back. If he's going to play in the system, it's as a centre back.
And if they sack Amram, what are they doing with Dorgu?
Yeah, I said Dorgu doesn't really look like a left back. Looks more like a wing back. Yora, like, he's just in a class of his own. Ugarte doesn't fit this system in any way, shape, or form at all. Unless you're going to play him next to a ball-dominant midfielder, which their only ball-dominant midfielder is Casemiro, and you cannot play a pivot like that together. It does not work in the Premier League. They bought Mount, doesn't work for this system in terms of on the ball.
It doesn't work.
Just Hoyland is the worst striker I've ever seen play football,
bro.
In the world.
Genuinely,
he's the worst player foot striker I've ever. He might be the worst
by far.
Seen.
Bro,
no, I said that Hoyland should have been a keeper, bro. Because he,
like, the fact that they're like Cunha, good signing. Delap doesn't help them. Delap isn't the type of signing they need to be getting for striker. Like, that doesn't fix the issues they have. They haven't been linked with a proper wing back that fits this system.
And
on the right hand side, unless they're going to put Ahmad there, but then they need another 10 because Bruno in this system is best as an 8. If you're going to keep this system, like, so forget financially. Even if they had money, they are fucked because they can't seem to scout properly.
But that's why I'm saying, like, I think all of this, as much as we want to banter about our club, so much as we want to banter about Arsenal and all these other clubs and how, you know, you look at City's January window and how it didn't do jack shit for all them at the end of the season, like, all of this with United specifically, it all culminates to the perfect storm. Like, I hate to keep harping on it, but I don't want people to not entertain the idea that this could potentially mean for United's future. And whether it be they are now going to be just perpetually in mid-table, or it does get worse and we could potentially see United get relegated to Championship.
Yeah, if they don't get it twisted, United are not so big that they won't get relegated. You see, this is the thing that people like to do. They keep doing this thing like, oh, we're too big to become relegated. Brother, Nottingham Forest were 2 back-to-back Champions League winners and they got relegated. Like, you're not that big. They are that big, but you get my point, right? You're not so like big that the relegation zone is out of your reach, bro. You're not even supposed to be. You're not even good enough. Like, you're too good to even be where you are. How dare you be 16? Manchester United, brother. If you told me 10 years ago, brother, when they were like, you know, on the Van Gaal, that there would be a point where this club would literally be around the relegation zone, I'll be like, nah, man, there's no way they can be that bad.
But here's the thing, guys.
There's no evidence, by the way. Just going on that Vic comment, there's literally no evidence of that happening. They didn't do a clear out when Ten Hag was here, by the way. They didn't do a clear out when Ten Hag was here. They kept Ten Hag through the summer and sacked him in October, whenever it was, for no reason. They then demanded this guy come. By the way, this isn't an excuse because he's an actual idiot. But they demanded this guy to come in November, halfway through a season when his team was top of the league. He's then an idiot for even deciding to come in. If he'd have stayed, he'd have won a league title and had multiple offers anyway.
They also sacked the sporting director that they just bought in for Newcastle. Don't forget that.
Sacked the sporting director. The guy that they brought in from City is now in charge of the football side of things, and he's doing a fantastic job because I think Amorim is his guy. That's going well. They've proceeded to sign absolutely no players that fit his system outside of maybe Dorgu. At maybe Dorgu. So there is literally no evidence that United are going to A, do a clear out, B, do a rebuild, or C, back this manager. There is more likelihood of him being gone by October next season than there is of them backing him.
And even then, though, Scott, he would have to step down because I just genuinely. This is the thing. All of this, what you're saying, Vic, that refers to clubs that have money, right? And I'm not saying United can't make money. They can. Obviously, the name in itself, the fan base, how big they are on a global scale.
Well, that's another thing. They can't sell for shit either.
But that's what I'm saying. Like they Ineos only owns what, 20%
but they control. But the thing is,
and they
talking
control
about
like the sporting side of it.
Yes, and it seems to be more than the sporting, financial, right? Because clearly they're doing everything right now. If that makes sense, like I think I listen. Is it too big to fail? There's no such thing as too big to fail, in my personal opinion. Unless you're the government. The government's the only thing that I always argue.
And that's the government.
Right, and
United
that's the government.
Not the government.
Everything else can fall. And we've seen a lot of stuff. Like I feel like that's just not true, right? So I think from a United perspective, the reason why I think with a lot of people are a lot more doomer than they are is because they are coming out saying this. It's not us that are saying this, you know, because there's been a lot of times where they've said this initially and they spent 200 million.
Radcliffe came out himself and said they have no money.
Radcliffe has come out and said they have no money. They are sacking people left, right, and center. They're not giving people free lunch. You know what I mean?
Bro, they're eating cold cuts for lunch.
Yes. Like, I feel, listen.
They had, like, this isn't a joke, people. There is no money at Manchester United.
No, but you don't get it. You don't get it. Vic is telling me they got money somewhere, bro. They got hidden in the treasure chest.
The problem is that's what I'm saying. Like, all this rebuild, all this stuff that everyone's been saying.
No. Chris. This is the thing, though. The stadium build is cooked because there is no way that they're building this.
That's all going to be government funded. If it's even government funded.
If the government even approves it, because we're gonna build build a new stadium for a failing team.
Exactly, and at the end of the day, the government needs to see, like, okay, how does this benefit me? Is this going to bring in tourists? Is this going to bring in money to Manchester? There's a whole other factors that Ahmed could probably tell you about.
I think the other thing people need to realize, is that listen. They have listen. I know that Vic was talking about Barcelona as an example, and I think
we are a different proposition.
Wait. Listen, that's what I'm getting to. Okay, so the thing is, they have a bit more leeway in terms of being able to sell stuff. United Studios does not, or United TV is not going to give you that as much money as Barca TV. Let's be real, boys. You know what I mean? Right? It's not going to give you the level of finances that you're getting. Right? The United selling United TV rights has never happened in the Premier League. They have never sold their own central revenue of TV rights before, United. Okay, over a certain amount of period. If they do that, then you know, then I don't even know if the Premier League would even allow that to happen. I think La Liga is a bit different because their rules are, I think, in terms of what they clubs can sell and stuff, is a bit more different than obviously the Premier League. So I don't even think they can even go that route. I think with United, the guy that they probably need to help them out more than ever might be a former guy, Ed Woodward, because he was the one that actually was bringing in the revenue at the time and was producing stuff in the right method. So you might need to actually bring him back to help you out and to do stuff like that. But we need to be honest, guys. In terms of just coming back that quickly, that Carrington is not La Masia, for example, right? Carrington is not Cobham, okay? You're not going to be able to even get enough talent.
Speak on it, not Cobham.
And this goes back to what I said about not selling. Carrington isn't actually that bad. Like, Carrington has produced some good players. You look at I don't know what Carreras. I don't know what his actual name is. The guy that's in Benfica that might be going to
that's crazy, you know.
Do you know what's true? Ahmed, do you want to know the funny bit about that? Ahmed, you know the funny thing about that? Do you know what they sold him for? To Benfica.
It's like 10 million or something like that, bro. Everybody's 5 million or something like that.
But you know what? This is the issue again. But this gets to the point.
They sold Willy Cambuala for 6 million to Villarreal. They sold Carreras. I've looked at this before. They sold like Cambuala, Carreras, and I think Palestri for a combined total of less than we signed KDH for.
Guys, let's think about this one second. There are levels to this. Like, if you look at even with Barcelona, right? Well, even with our financial issues, it hit us. The difference is this: we had, like you mentioned, Ahmed, we had La Masia. You understand what I'm saying, right?
Exactly.
The way La Masia produces, but we don't just produce good players, bro. We produce players who go on to become one of the best in Europe. You feel me, right? Like, apart from Pedri, because we bought Pedri, you have players like Yamal, guys like Lash Moriba. I don't know if you guys remember him. He was looking at one of the best players. Guess what? When we sold him, we replaced him with Gavi, right? You have players like Casado who are doing well. Alejandro Balde, who's
you know what it is? You don't even have to go that far, bro. We had a transfer ban and we were able to pull our from our academy and do well enough.
Yep.
Do you remember that? The Lampard first season, right?
Yeah,
You guys
we literally pulled from our academy. We were able to do well enough. Like
Tarek Lamptey, Mason Mount, all these guys came out from the academy that season.
Vic, I think what you're failing to understand is they've already done this. There is no more banks that are going to give them loans when they have yet to pay back. Like, you can't just take unlimited loans. This isn't Monopoly. The bank at some point is going to say, we're not going to let you loan any more money until you pay back a substantial portion of what you already owe us.
100%.
And this is not, and this is not me saying this. This is I sent you. I put a tweet in the chat from a reporter saying this. This was their last economic lifeline. It is now time for austerity at Manchester United Football Club, bro. That's not me. That's reporters saying that.
And listen, in the long haul, I'm entertaining a hypothetical, right? And then I gotta wrap it up, boys, because I do gotta get out. But I do think United will probably be okay. But what I am saying is they need to find a creative way or some shape or form or some type of way to make money, do whatever rebuild they have to do. They have to get rid of there's a lot of things, and all the things I'm mentioning, all the things I was mentioned on this panel, all the things that people are saying in the chat, all of it requires money.
Yep.
That's the US government, Vic. That's a country, not a team, a sports club. Totally different things. Totally different things. So at the end of the day, will United be relegated next season? Will their club cease to exist? I don't think so. They'll find some way, some shape or form. I'm sure. Listen, Jim Ratcliffe isn't a billionaire for no reason. I'm sure he'll find something.
Ratcliffe.
Are they in trouble? Big time. I think they're in big trouble.
Marshall, you know what I don't get is our debt was cleared when Todd Bowley bought us, unlike with Radcliffe.
Yeah.
Their debt is not fully cleared. Second of all, you're comparing a full government, unlike a company, and we can name you companies that are worth hundreds of billions, not just fucking 12 billion that have gone under, and Lehman Brothers, and then people in 2002 during the .com. It clearly shows the lack of age because you weren't living through this shit, but some of us are old
facts,
enough.
100%.
So don't tell me about how billion. We literally, there's a famous one called Theranos that said like 1 drop of blood and we can detect all your fucking illnesses. That was in 2015. Okay, there's a whole book about it called Bad Blood. It was a fake thing. It was valued at 15 billion. Yeah, it was valued at 15 billion. It was all a lie and they fucking went bankrupt. Thank you. And she's in jail.
Thank you.
And what?
I mean, listen, all great things come to an end. I'm not saying United's going to end next season, but
I hope it does.
Trouble.
God willing, bro.
It does. They are in big trouble. And don't be surprised if they continue in this run and they continue in this path. And don't be surprised if they could end up getting relegated. It's just, this is not.
Listen, I'm here for crypto.com Old Trafford next season, man. I'm here for it, bro.
Gym coin. All
Yeah,
right,
Gym
boys.
coin, bro.
I gotta be out of here. I appreciate every single one of you that came to the panel. I wish I could continue talking about this. This is obviously a fascinating conversation, but your boys got band practice and I do have to be out. So big up to every single one of you. We'll be back tomorrow. Actually, no, we won't be back tomorrow. I got a video releasing tomorrow. We'll be back Saturday for the Casually Chelsea show, Sunday for the reaction to Nottingham Forest. I swear to God, we better be making UCL. And then Wednesday, obviously.
I'm going to show off my gun collection on Sunday too if you win.
Jez, if you don't get the fuck out of here, man, you haven't been a Spurs fan all season. If you don't get the fuck, stay on your side, bro. Jez, you stay on your side. Stay
you know what this guy said?
German
you know what he
side,
said a
bro.
week ago? You know what he said a week ago? He's like, I don't haven't watched Spurs games this season. He's like, I stopped watching Spurs games in January. This fraud.
In January.
You're the worst. You're the worst, Jez. All right, ladies and gents, copy and paste the rated message. Rating Sunshine. You know, let her know how you feel.
Sunshine is live. Okay.
Yeah. Let her know how you feel. Because she's one of the brave United fans that are actually showing their faces right now. So, yeah. But let her know how you feel.
Tim Pulisic said he's not coming to the
she's a United fan regardless.
United States Gold Cup, apparently. He's not coming. He's not joining.
Huh?
CP is not joining the Gold Cup, apparently. Christian Pulisic. So,
I'll get out of here. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a whole different thing.
You know what I
All
mean?
right, ladies and gents, I'm out of here. Smash the like button if you haven't done so already. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Check out the links in the description. Shout out to our proper casual members. That's going to be Daniel, TM127, EE, Dark Agent, A. Soliman. Big up to every single one of you. We'll see you again on Saturday. And until then, stay casual. Have a good night. Peace.
Peace.
Let's go.